All right. We're here. We're back. We're alive. We're ready to do some gaming. All right. Let's pull these boys up. Keith, good evening, and good Scott. Has it been a while? It has been a very, very long time. I think about like 2 months, but good news is we're back. Hope you have been well. Hope you've been doing good. I'm happy to see you here. Time to complete our objectives today. But I am going to have to pull up the old list to compare some things that I would think might be different, but might not be. We're going to go down the list. You know what? So let's go in alphabetical order. Okay, never mind. I don't think they changed Artificer. So we just start with Barbarian. All right, let's jump into it. So, gonna be the same. Is Rage the same? Still a bonus action. Number of times shown to your Barbarian level. These are pretty much going to be the same. Rage is 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Yeah. You get 3 a third. Yeah, this is all similar. Let's see if they did anything different though. Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. When you make an attack using strength with either a weapon or an unarmed strike and deal damage to the target, get bonus to the damage that increases as you gain levels. That's just your rage damage. Is the unarmored one specifically new? That is. So that's a big dub right there. So now if a barbarian punches with their fist, they officially get that rage damage bonus. I mean, every DM ran it that way anyways, that I know of, but it's cool that they put it as a rule. Paul Blankenship, it's been a long time since you've been here. It's been a long time since I've been live. This is actually my first stream within the last, like, I think about 2 months. So I'm happy to have you here. Good timing. Hope you've been doing well. I ended up leaving the Discord since someone in there made me super uncomfortable, but I figured I'd check in. I'm sorry to hear that. up as nothing serious. If you have me on Discord, you can message me what happened. If you feel comfortable with sharing that. Strength advantage. So you get advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Okay, no concentration or spells. All right, this is pretty much the usual. Lasts until the end of your next turn. Ends early if you don heavy armor or have the incapacitated condition. Okay, make an attack roll, force an enemy to make a saving throw, or take a bonus action to extend your rage. This is actually new. Take a bonus action to extend your rage. Yeah, because this is definitely... Yeah, before it would just end if you haven't attacked or someone hasn't attacked you. So that's actually kind of nice. Big dub there. I'm happy with that one. All right, unarmored defense. Exact same. Weapon mastery. Okay, this is something they did for fighters too that I heard of. I actually really like it. So I'm glad they gave it to Barbarian too. Although I will say, I think thematically it fit fighter more just because the idea of them being proficient in like every weapon was a really cool theme. I haven't taken a look at any of the 5.5 stuff. I'm kind of nervous to see what's there because I don't like changes, and changes are scary. They indeed can be, but I mean, the nice part about D&D has always been that as a DM, you can kind of pick and choose which rules you like and which ones you want to dismiss. Especially when new editions come out. So that's kind of the nice part about it. Makes it less scary, more fun. If that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, sometimes there can be changes that if your table ends up running and you don't like it, it could suck. But at the end of the day, D&D is an ever-changing game. All right. What are the weapon mastery properties? So I think they might show it later. I don't think they are, so we can just... see if we can pull it up real quick. Okay, so here they are. Pretty much what this kind of is that each class is going to be able to... They have their set of weapons that they can use. This is what you already know. But the cool part is, based on the weapon you decide to have your mastery in for that time, you have these special effects that you can do. Cleaving, grazing, nicking, pushing, sap, slow, topple, and vex. I have not read all of these. I have heard that some of them might be a little overpowered to some DMs, how they put it. But some of them are also pretty cool ideas. The main one is cleave. Like, there's a lot of players who, especially new players, when they kind of get into the game and they're like, hey, there's like 3 dudes in front of me. Can I swing to slash all 3 of them? And it's like, oh, technically the rules don't let you do that unless you're like a battle master fighter. But I kind of like the idea. So it's kind of cool that they added this in. The part that I like more about it though is the idea that where is it? Am I trolling? Where did it go? Where did it go? I have no idea where it went, but it says something about you being able to change which weapon you have your mastery in on a long rest. I kind of like that idea too, especially for fighters. It's literally the weapon actions from Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that makes sense. You're super behind though. You hadn't even gotten the first message when I sent the second. Oh, you mean on the chat? There is also human delay, but I'm actually not sure if my chat is behind. I'll keep an eye out and read your message when I see it, and then we'll find out. But we can jump into the next thing. So reckless attack. Throw all your defense for attacks. When you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on the next melee weapon attack. Using strength, but okay, this is the exact same. Giving you an edge, so advantage on dex saving throws. You can see, yeah, this is the exact same. All right. ASIs, extra attack, fast movement. This is all the same stuff. Maybe Twitch would be better. Well, let me know if you chat is still delayed, but I am both on Twitch and YouTube, so you can find me on either or. On Twitch, it's Midnight Coffee TV. Among Us, indeed. Hope you're doing well. Aulus, is it Aulus? I believe it might be Aulus. Aulus. Yeah, Twitch goes almost instantly. I'm swapping to Twitch. Oh, okay, yeah. That should work pretty well. There's pros and cons to both. Now, brutal critical. Just get to add an additional damage dice when you deal a crit. This is all the same. Instincts are honed. Give you advantage. Can't be surprised. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't expect Barbarian would be changed at all, to be quite fair, because it's already at a pretty good place. I don't think anyone's really dissatisfied with Barbarian. Your rage can keep fighting grievous wounds. If you drop to 0 HP while you rage and don't die outright. Oh, wait, this is new, right? Oh my god. Yeah, I definitely did a dumb moment. I was looking at the old one. That's why I couldn't find the weapon mastery. All right, we're gonna quickly run this. Doing so grants you advantage until the start of your next turn. Okay, this is the same. Primal knowledge. I think this one might be new, right? Yeah, that's definitely a new one. So, gain proficiency in another skill of your choice. In addition, while your rage is active, you can channel primal power when you attempt certain tasks. Whenever you make an ability check using one of the following skills, you can make it as a strength check, even if it normally uses a different ability. Okay, this is goated. This is actually goated. I have talked about this so many times that the idea that intimidation is kind of naturally scaled on charisma. Like whenever I have a barbarian that tries to be scary by being big and tough, I have them roll with strength when they do intimidation. But I have also seen DMs who are like, nope, you got to do on charisma because it's charisma based, and it's the dumbest logic I've ever seen. So this is really, really cool. The stealth is a little weird. I'm not so sure about that one, but I suppose it works out. I'm gonna assume you just kind of enter a state of focus. Honing your agility, bearing, and senses. Yeah, okay. This is goated. I love this feature very much. Extra attack, fast movement for all instincts. Instinctive pounce is part of your bonus action. You can move half your speed. This was like a optional feature in 5th edition already that I was allowed, so I'm actually like this one. I wonder if you can run intimidation based on con, if you're like con 20 and go like take a swing at me and they take a hit and the barbarian's completely unharmed. You know, if a player tries to roll it that way, that could definitely work. Like physically you just cannot hit me. It's definitely more of like kind of like a defensive intimidation, but I would like that idea. Usually what I do is especially when my players are like level 17 to 20, is if some random character that's obviously way weaker than them tries to swing at them and take a hit, they kind of have to make a wisdom saving throw, or they get frightened from that, right? It's like, oh, hey, this guy was not even phased when I tried to hit him with this. I'm gonna bail out. And that usually works really well for the players. They feel really cool. They feel like they're actually scary. And they should be, right? If you're like level 17 to 20, you're near the end of the game. Brutal Strike. If you use Reckless Attack, you can forego any advantage on one strength-based attack roll. The chosen roll mustn't have disadvantage. If the chosen attack roll hits, they take an extra 1d10 damage of the same type dealt by the weapon or the unarmed strike. Okay. Not gonna read these yet. This is so good, specifically for the unarmored strike. What I really like kind of about this is I've always wanted to play like a strength-based fisticuff character, right? But you would usually do that as a monk, and that skills off dex. And I always wanted to be like a strength-based puncher. And it feels like you can kind of do that here. So that's really, really good to see. That being said, I think Ranger has this feature kind of where it's like, or no, it's a feat. It's a feat you can take that gives you like a -5 penalty on your attack roll to get +10 damage if you do hit. It's kind of that same idea. You're sacrificing one of your attacks to buff up another hit. Hey, can I ask for some character advice? I'm trying to join a new D&D campaign, but one of my characters is evil and it makes me nervous. The last campaign I was in, I was the only good aligned character, and one of the evil characters constantly tried to kill me off so they could do evil things without me to stop them. And I'm planning on playing a paladin, so I'm afraid they'll dislike that and think I'm the fun police and try to kill me again. So, pretty important thing is that there's a difference between being evil and being vile. And there's also an expectation that if you're playing an evil character, you have to deal with the player characters differently than the NPCs. And that is why playing an evil character is a huge responsibility. It is definitely on the DM to kind of have like a screening test of credibility if they think a player can do it right. Because if they can't do it right, it kills your table really, really quickly. So if you have a player that is that toxic with it and your DM doesn't do anything about it, it's one of those things where it's bound to happen that the party's going to fall apart. There's no restraints on it. There's no actual character that's being played out. A lot of people use evil characters as a way to just do whatever they want to do. And that's kind of where they jump in the realm of vile. And I would advise to not play with those people if that's kind of how they do it. Because you're not going to find a realm where you have fun. It sucks, but what sucks more is being stuck in there and wanting it to work. And it just, you always feel like you're just kind of in a session you don't want to be in. Especially if people are making fun of each other and it's kind of getting out of character. It's not a good thing. These are new people. It's just that I'm anxious, you know? I mean, that's fine. If it happened before, it can happen again. Yeah, I mean, that is a thing with any case for the most part in D&D especially. The big thing is that new players jump into D&D all in different ways. And whenever I jump into D&D with some new players, I try to just match their mood, not have them match mine. Because I understand that I come from tons and tons of years of experience. And so I can't expect them to jump into the level of role-playing and playing the game as efficiently as me and those other people have when they just started. Because I know when I started, I had no idea what I was doing. So you kind of treat those ones as more like fun campaigns, just goofy ones, not as serious until they get the experience and proficiency. Then you guys do those serious ones. Kind of the hard part about D&D is realizing that you are a player in there, whether you're DM or the player. You got to understand that each group kind of creates a vibe. and kind of their own experience, and it kind of needs compromise from every single person to make it really, really work. So that being said, if you find yourself compromising and they are not compromising, then you either got to be extremely okay with that, or you just decide, hey, this is not really the group for me. That's perfectly fine. There's not a single person who will match every single group in D&D. Even for me, I can jump in some tables where I'm like, hey guys, hope you're having fun, but obviously I can't match these things, and vice versa. They won't match how my campaigns are run. But as far as advice on playing an evil character, if that's what you're doing, I would definitely say you need to have this realm of knowing to keep your character with those evil goals, but they still have an order on how they do things, and not just, oh, I'm not playing an evil character. Got it. Okay. Then disregard those last 15 seconds. I literally have only come up with one evil character concept. It's a skeevy back alley washed up rockstar bard who wants to turn the entire world into brainwashed fans via enchantment or necromancy. Probably never going to play him since I don't like evil campaigns. But if I'm ever driving to one, I'm going to bring him. It's actually pretty good. There's a One Piece movie. It's called One Piece Red. The plot is pretty much like that. It's actually cool. If you ever get a chance to play that character, I would recommend watching that movie and getting some inspiration. But yeah. Now, let's check out what these brutal strikes do. So, forceful blow. The target is pushed 15 feet away from you. Then you can move half your speed straight towards the target without provoking opportunity attacks. I was inspired by the song Necromancer Dancin' by Bear Ghost. And we'll give that a listen and see how it sounds. Hamstring blow. The target's speed is reduced by 15 feet until the start of your next turn. Target can be affected by only one hamstring blow at a time. The most recent one. Okay. This is really cool. This is super good because it doesn't seem like it costs anything. And you get to do these effects. That being said, I see that the main sacrifice here is you're foregoing one of your attacks. And it's also in the condition that you're using reckless attack, which means they have advantage on you. Oh, sorry, you're not foregoing one of your attacks, you're foregoing one of the advantage on your attacks. So you still get to attack twice. But they will have advantage as well. I'm actually cool with it. Relentless Rage. If you drop to 0 HP. Okay, so this is... Again, this is something even in the old one that I completely forgot about. If you succeed your... Oh, okay, but this is different. If you succeed, your HP instead changes to a number equal to twice your barbarian level, because over here, it's just 1 HP. And that's pretty good. Theoretically, if you're level like 15, you drop to 30 HP. Also, Voodoo Mon Armor by the Diablo Swing Orchestra. For visual representation, I had this idea before Baldur's Gate 3 came out, and then it did, and Gortash looks like my concept. That's actually pretty good. I did beat Baldur's Gate 3 off stream. I definitely did the evil ending. It was pretty fun. Great game. Improved Brutal Strike. Okay, the only issue I have with these doesn't tell me what levels they get. Let me go to the table. Okay, so we're at 17th level at this point. Oh wait, no, sorry, 13th level. Okay, going back down. You have honed new ways to attack ferociously, sorry. The following effects are now amongst your Brutal Strike options. So you can do Staggering Blow, disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes. Can't make opportunity attacks until the start of your next turn. Sundering Blow, before the start of your next turn. The next attack roll made against another creature against the target gains +5 bonus to the roll. An attack roll can only gain 1 Sundering Blow bonus. So yeah, it's pretty much kind of like the Guiding Bolt buff, but instead of advantage, +5, which is also pretty good. Persistent Rage. When you roll initiative, you gain all expended uses of Rage. After you regain uses of Rage this way, you can't do so. Okay, so once per long rest, You can just kind of get all your rage back when you enter a fight. This is actually really nice. All of these seem huge dubs. The character I'm going to bring to the next session is Erdun Moltenforge, lawful neutral paladin of Moradin. He wears full plate mail to hide every inch of his skin. The only thing you can see that's a natural part of his body is his long, braided, bushy white Santa beard and sometimes milky white eyes. I'm in love with this character already. Is it a dwarf? I'm gonna assume it's a dwarf. I love dwarves. He's a Durgar? Nice. I know it is Durgar, yeah. I don't know why I always pronounce it Durgar. Just sounds cool. He's a Durgar who was trapped in a cave-in with a cleric of Moradin. They had to work together to survive, and he ended up converting. Hides his appearance to avoid the surface dwellers' apprehensions. That's actually nice. In addition, your rage is so fierce that it now lasts for 10 minutes without you needing to do anything to extend it from round to round. Your rage ends early if you have the unconscious condition or don heavy armor. Okay. Rage ends early if you... Yeah, makes sense. Improved Brutal Strike. The extra damage of Brutal Strike is increased to 2d10. In addition, you can use 2 different Brutal Strike effects when... That is crazy. I always heard it as Dwergar. I wonder what the actual pronunciation is. That is always the one tough part about D&D, is your table will just pronounce things as they see it. And his name is pronounced Irdun. Oh. Nice. Sounds even cooler. Yeah, it's always the one problem in D&D is you'll pronounce things as they are, how you guys see them. And then you'll jump with another table and you say it and they're like, what? And you're like, yeah, this thing. And they're like, dude, why are you saying it like that? Indomitable Might. They already had this. Epic Boon. This is what I heard is new, is that now everybody's getting epic boons guaranteed at max level, which I'm pretty much okay with because I thought some level 20s were underwhelming, and putting an epic boon is kind of nice. Your strength and con increases by 4 and their maximum is now 25. Wait a minute. They got rid of it. You can only rage 6 times? Bro, ain't no way. They give you all these buffs and then they trip on the finishing line. Oh, brother. This was about to be an S tier change. I was gonna throw it all the way up here. Oh, now we actually got to think about this. Okay. Okay, so the rage reset is new. That's for sure. Right, where was it? Oh, and they also changed this. I would take the new World Tree subclass into account before you rank it. Yeah, I mean, that is a good idea to look at the new subclasses. But I also kind of want to rank them based on class changes. Because some subclasses kind of put it on a spectrum. Some make your class kind of weaker, honestly, and some things make them over the top strong. I'm gonna look at it, but I am gonna rank these, I think, based on just the core class changes. Might be easier, but we are definitely gonna look at that right now in a second. Okay, here's the thing. I'll be honest, I've never really had a situation where I've had a barbarian actually use, you know, all these rages that they need. Like, I feel like six rages are technically enough. And the fact that you can get them back once per long rest, kind of bring them all back up if you get in a fight, also makes it kind of nice. And they last for 10 minutes per. So you can theoretically be raging for 2 hours per day. If there is a fight that's going on for longer than 2 hours, then kind of got some other problems to deal with. I don't think being Rin Rage is the only solution to how big those problems are. And they gave a lot of benefits to Rage. Specifically, the brutal strikes are kind of crazy. Okay, but I know real people who are raging 12 hours a day. Just look at Dark Side Phil. You know, that's a good point right there. Like, the cool part about always being rage was that you always had that. Like, you're a level 20 barbarian, you always shrug off the damage by half. It just felt cool. It felt really cool. They also did change persistent rage, because over here it only ends early if you fall unconscious or choose to end it, but for this one they just changed it that you can have it for 10 minutes before it ends. So that's kind of another issue. I think overall, if I was playing a barbarian, I honestly would not mind them uncapping, or sorry, now capping the rage amounts by giving me all these benefits, especially being able to punch people. Really, really hard sounds cool. So for now, I'm going to put barbarian on A tier. I think overall it's a net positive, a huge net positive. I think S tier is a situation where they only got dubs. It's like only been win after win. But A tier is like, hey, you overall won, but you did lose some things. I think that's a fair thing. All right, let's look at this world tree that you were talking about. Path of the World Tree connects with the Cosmic Tree Yggdrasil through their rage. The tree grows amongst the outer planes, connecting them to each other and the material plane. As barbarians draw on the tree's magic for vitality and as means of dimensional travel. That sounds kind of crazy. So, vitality of the tree, you gain the following benefits. When you activate your rage, you get a number of temporary HP equal to your barbarian level. Pretty good. At the start of each of your turns while your rage is active, you can choose another creature within 10 feet of yourself to gain temporary HP. Determine the number of HP. You roll d6s equal to your rage damage bonus. Add them together. Okay, that's kind of nice. Buff up an ally a little bit. I want to follow Odin. Yeah, it's actually kind of cool in that sense. Whenever a creature you see starts its turn within 30 feet and your rage is active, you can use a reaction to summon spectral branches of the world tree around it. Must succeed on a strength saving throw, or be teleported to an unoccupied space you can see within 5 feet of yourself, or the nearest unoccupied space you can see. After the target teleports, you can reduce its speed to 0 until the end of your turn. It's kind of cool. Pretty dope. Kind of nice that it's a reaction, so it kind of gives them something to do. During your turn, your reach is 10 feet greater with any melee weapon that has the heavier versatile property as tendrils of the world tree extends. When you hit such a weapon on your turn, you can activate the push or topple mastery property in addition to a different mastery property using that weapon. And then finally, when you activate your rage as a bonus action while your rage is active, teleport to 60 feet to an unoccupied space. In addition, once per rage, you can increase the range of that teleport to 150 feet. When you do so, you can also bring up to 6 willing creatures within 10 feet. Okay, they got us some nice teleporting going on. Overall, this is pretty good. This definitely stops the annoying frustration where barbarians need to spend like 3 turns getting to a teleporting enemy just to finally hit them. That part is extremely nice. So I'm a huge fan. All right. Barbarian is pretty much ranked. We can jump into pretty much Bard is next. I don't think I'm going to be able to do all these classes tonight. I'll have a crazy amount of time, sadly. I kind of want it to be a multiple adventure out. Okay, never mind. Can I open it up here? Okay, if we do it that way, we're good. I wish I paid attention to those rules, but I was looking up the sound clip I have, and it's just I am Odin, and it's from American Gods, and I found that out. That's cool. Nice. Oh man, Bard is the class I like the least. Reading it is going to be a bit of a struggle. It might be an extreme kind of thing. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. My favorite class has to be the Paladin. I am there with you. That is going to be my favorite. Maybe do that next. I do plan to. Okay, so the plan is today I was trying to stream at 11. I was gonna stream for about like an hour and a half. Stream wasn't working because I haven't been on for a while, so I had to like reconnect my account and everything. So we went live at like, I don't know, 11:30, 11:40, something like that. How long have we been streaming for? 40 minutes and 43 seconds. But the main objective today was to get the stream working, start out with this concept, and then tomorrow go really hard on it. So I think that's actually probably what we're going to do is now that I know the stream is working and we're good, I can pause it here and tomorrow go through all of these and hit them. It'll work out pretty much a lot better because I'll be able to stream during the day, which means I will also be more awake and alert for this. But I will go alphabetical order. I'm very excited for Paladin. I'm there with you. It is my favorite class in both roleplay and combat. I absolutely love it. The only thing that comes close to Paladin for me is Wizard. But I've just played Wizard so much that I like dread playing it because I've played it already, if that makes sense. But no matter how many times I play Paladin, I just always love it. I'm fangirling over it. But all right, in that case, have a great night. Everybody take care of yourselves. Yeah, go ahead and DM me. I kind of want to, if you're comfortable with sharing, I'd like to, I'll hear you out and see what was going on. Mainly because also if somebody's doing something in the Discord server, I don't want that to continue for other people. But DM me and we'll talk about it privately. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Have a great night, and I will be live tomorrow. Peace.